Whoa, it's raining outside. Whoa, it's raining outside. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but oh no, baby. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but you guys is okay now, baby. I'm just chilling, brother. Oh, this sounds so good. Sounds so good, boys. This sounds so good. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, how you guys enjoying, bro? Or do I need to reduce the volume? I think it's okay, right? Hey, hasn't been good since the time we started. We just be grinding, we never gonna stop. I never seen no way running a lot. Okay, wait, don't tell me a lot. Okay, wait, we just be grinding a lot. Dang, we just be grinding a lot. We never see no light of the day. Okay, that's okay. Alright, let's see. Filthishop. Unnatural. What makes you think that's a building? Wait, I think I have to delete this, right? Let's go and delete this Filthishop thing. Delete that Filthishop. Oh God, I'm having some mental crisis right now. I'm literally having some mental gymnastics. I don't know which way to go with the application, bro. I really don't know. Now, if I'm going to roll the entire auth, do I have to take care of the refresh token or all these things? Ugh, damn. Yo, how you guys doing, bro? Uh, we're vibing on music, bro. Some ambient music and stuff like that. Okay, now let's go back and see. We just have to add a little bit of abstract. Okay. We really need to add abstract. No. Nope. I don't want to repeat myself for the most part, so I'm just gonna go and use every single thing of mine that I've already used rather than repeating myself, right? So yeah. Docker compose, just gonna pick everything that's here. Go back here. Okay, let me close this on. Okay. This window. Alright. as you guys can see, we've got that working, but for some reason it is the Google console thing is literally hitting a different let's see, view my products. It's hitting a different stuff from what I want. Okay, API. Okay, I need to change this. Let's look at credentials. Okay, Filthishop here has different credentials, so I have to create new credentials, which is the auth client ID. Create consent screen. Create. Okay, so the app name is Filthishop. Supported email is, we could add Gamer Filthy or add something else. We'll just use that. Next, external. Next, contact email gamerfilthy@gmail.com. Go ahead, finish, continue. Okay, configuration done. We need to now create this auth web application. We're gonna say this is Filthishop. Okay, it should take us back to HTTP localhost 3000 /dashboard. Oh, 3000, let's just call it that. And this one is going to be the same as what we have here, HTTP 8080 login or 2 code in Google. It's going to be for our backend. Okay, let's paste that and let's create that. Okay, now we can just go and replace these things within our Spring Boot. Let's stop this. Properties, Google client ID. Remove this client ID. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, now let's grab this client secret. Okay. Now that's fine. We should be able to now get it if we go back here, close these properties and restart it. Hey, don't use my properties, right? I mean, don't use my credentials. I will delete them afterwards, so don't worry. I'll delete those credentials anyway. Oh god. Now let's see. We'll try to hit this and see what's up. Okay, as you can see, Filthishop. We can continue with this and voila. Okay, voila, we are redirected. Oh, this is so easy. This is so easy, bro. What? Crazy. So how do we even access that? That's now the issue. I'll see afterwards, right? But let's just go build this page and let's see if Google provides us with that, right? So this is authorization / Google. That is the login part on the front end. Auth2 authorization / Google. This is the window that we open once we click continue with Google. I think that makes sense. That makes sense. So let's just try to go and create that. Okay. So rather than having the name here as auth2, this is fine like this, right? This is fine like this. Now we are redirected to the dashboard, which makes sense. That means we are already logged in. And then how do we now know that we have the user? Okay, after that, okay, here we are good. We are fine there. Spring what the flow is, Next.js clicks this, and then Spring Boot receives a request at this, and then redirects the user to Google, and then Google user logs in and gives permission. Spring Boot receives the authorization code at this, exchanges it for user info, and creates a session. So how do we store that user session? That's the issue now. Spring Boot redirects the user back to this dashboard with a session cookie. Oh, there's actually a session cookie. Now, phase 2 is user persistence. Once the user login successful, you usually want to save this user to your user's database table so you can link them to others. You can use this by creating a custom auth to user service in Spring Boot that saves the user to your repository upon their first login. So that's what we want to do now. All right. Let's go and let's stop this. We already know that it works on the front end. I'm just gonna leave this just like that. Let's go back to our Spring Boot. Let's stop this for now. And we need to now create this user service. Now, what do we need to pick from the user? Okay, now let's talk persistence. After the user clicked login, let's start the clicks login. Okay, the most critical piece of the authentication puzzle: when the user logs in with Google via Spring Security handles the external handshake, but you are responsible for persisting that user data into your database. This is achieved by implementing a custom auth to user service. This service intercepts the user data provided by Google and decides whether to create a new user record or update an existing one. So here's a complete walkthrough. Okay. Now, repository, you need a simple interface to talk to your database. Okay, find by Google ID. We need to create that. We'll use this to find the user based on the unique ID Google gives us. So we need that repository for the user repository, and then the custom auth service. So this is the core business logic. It extends the default Spring Boot service to inject your custom persistence logic at service required constructor. Then we're gonna have class custom auth to user service extends default auth to user service. Private final user service repository override. Since we're extending this, we override this, and then add transactional public auth to user load user, and then we're gonna have auth to user request as user request, and then it will throw this authentication exception, and then load the default attributes like name, email from Google, or to user super.load user, then user request. So we load this user information from the user request, and we extract the key attributes. The Google's unique ID, user ID is a sub attribute. So we're gonna have string registration ID, user request.get client registration.client ID should be Google, and then Google ID. Do we really need that from the name? Okay, then the email attribute email, name attribute name, and then we can just add it to our database, persist the user data. User, we're gonna have repository, find by Google ID, then pass in the Google ID, map existing user. Okay, we're gonna have if user exists, update name. If user exists, update the name to the existing user, or else register, create a new record, and then return the user, potentially wrapped in a custom structure, and then method to create a new user record. Private user, register new user, and then we can pass in the Google ID, the email, and the string. User, new user, then we'll pass in this and this. Now let's say we want to use mapstruct. What's gonna happen here? Integrating the custom user into Spring config. This is true. omitted. Wait, why are we adding it now? Auth login, we're gonna have dot user info endpoint, user info. Then this is going to be the user service. They will pass in this custom auth. I'm going to use it as monolith, bro. I've been coding since with ambient music. It was raining, but it stopped. So yeah. Oh my god. I'm going to use it as a monolith for now. I'm not really going to turn it into microservices because yeah, this is application. I want to keep building applications, and then the last application for the chat app, that's what we shall, the chat app, we shall use it as microservices, right? That's what we're gonna do. And for now, we can just keep this one as a monolith like this. The chat app, we shall definitely use it as microservices. So yeah, there are certain things I want to learn. As you can see, we've added this custom auth 2. That means we're using Google, right? So I haven't tried this completely before, and now I'm using it. So I already know the JWT method. Now I'm using the custom auth. I mean the auth 2 one. So open authorization, right? Okay, now we're returning this, fine, and then now we update the profile controller to use this record. So what's gonna happen? V1 profile should be API/v1/user/profile. Yep, and then you can have this endpoint. This is profile. Okay, get profile. Make sure the person is authenticated. So authentication principal is auth2 user, which is auth2 user, the one that we have there already. Then we pick out the Google ID from it, and let's say get the name from there. Okay, the string Google ID is equal to auth2 user.get name. Is it not supposed to be get ID? Get Google ID. Why do we again say string Google ID is equal to this get name? Why do we use this instead of auth2 user.get ID? Wait, do we have ID there? Let's go back here. Do we really have ID? Oh, so here we are saying this is how we get the Google ID. It's kind of confusing, right? So why are we getting the ID and it's a name at the same time? And also we have an attribute which is a name. So let me just load this and say get Google ID. Since we're saying the get name, and also for the attribute is also name. Clarify that point. It highlights a common confusion point in Spring Boot's this implementation. The reason we use this get Google ID relying on the attribute named Google ID is due to how Spring Security handles the generic auth2/OpenID connect specification. The role of auth2.get name, the auth2 user interface, is a general abstraction, and Spring Security is designed to work with any identity provider. Oh, like Google, GitHub. Okay. Now I get it. The auth2 user interface is okay. I know that when dealing with identity, every provider must offer a way to uniquely identify the user. OpenID Connect, is it? OpenID Connect, yes. The subclaim is a unique, non-assignable, non-reusable identifier for the user. But the issuer, Google, this is what you want to store as your Google ID. Alright. Thank you for telling me that. Sanka you, my brother. Let's go and add this. We're gonna call this user profile. User profile. I think we should keep it as users, right? Let's see what's happening here. Here we're using it as a profile controller. Or we could just call it user profile controller so that it can just be easier. User profile controller. We're going to mark it as a REST controller, not REST advice. And we are also going to give this as a request mapping. The request mapping here, we're going to have /API/v1/users/profile. Okay, and finally we can have private final auth to custom auth to user service. Now we want okay, this is talking to our repository. How is that possible? Our controller shouldn't be able to talk to our repository directly, right? So yeah, I don't know if that's possible. I feel like we should be able to talk to the user service, and then the user service can talk to our repository. Now let's pick this. Okay, I'm gonna remove this for now, right? I'm gonna say here is I have a concern. Shouldn't we leave the controller as lean as possible to only handle HTTP endpoints, and then check everything like the business logic to the service, and hence inject the service into the controller, and have the controller talk to our repo, and hence our repo talks to the DB. Is that not what we need to do? Absolutely best practice and crucial. Yes, it's part on. Control should be thin, handling HTTP requests and responses, input validation and delegation, and business logic data manipulation and orchestration should reside in the service layer. The principal separation of concern. Yes, the pattern you're describing, control, okay, which is the backbone of most robust Spring Boot applications. So looking back at the profile control, you're currently injecting this directly, which is wrong. So violates this because the controller now responsible for knowing how to find a user in the database, not just how to handle the web request. So the new service layer, so we have to create a user service. Yes, that's what I wanted to know. Just all right, now we have to go and create the user service. User service, and then this is supposed to be, we can just call this user controller rather than user profile controller, but it's okay. We can just have a user service here and then turn this into a service, and we make sure we get all the required argument constructor. The same applies to this as well. We need all the required argument constructor. That should do it. Let's remove this from here. Go back here. Now we can talk. Can you try microservice project? Monolith so simple. Microservice, challenge yourself. Yeah, microservice will be the next application, the chat application. You get it? Yes, it's going to be the chat application. We shall do the microservices after this project. Okay, so now here's our service. At service, and we're gonna have to talk to our database first. That is okay. Then say public profile response DTO. Then we get profile by Google ID, then string Google ID. Business logic, fetch the user entity. So we first make sure we have the user, or also throw a custom exception, and then business logic, map the entity to DTO, return new profile resource detail, then user.get name, user.get email, user.get URL, user.get role dot name, and that should do it. Now let's go ahead and we have our custom exceptions, and if the user already exists, that's it. You can make user service and user service implementation. Why create templates? Use theme leaf. No, I'm using this thing. I'm using Next.js. I'm not using anything to do with the views here. And another thing is, for the microservices, I'll implement it in the next project, not this one. Okay, let's just keep this one as simple as possible. Private final I user repository public. We need to get the profile response detail, then get user profile by Google ID. I think what's that name? Get profile by Google ID is crazy. Get profile by Google Google ID. What the hell is this? By Google ID, and then we pass in the string, we pass in the Google ID, and then finally we first check if we have that user. So we say user is equals to, we check for it in the repository, so we're gonna use the user repository dot find by Google ID. Is it what we had? Yes, and then we pass in the Google ID, or else, since it's an optional, or else throw a custom exception, and then I say or else throw this lambda new resource not found exception, and we're gonna say user not found with Google ID. Let's just say user not found. Yes, as simple as that. User not found, and then after that we just go ahead and save the user, right? As you can see, we check if the user is not there. And then now the business logic, we map the entity to DTO by just return new profile response DTO. Then we just return that. Now what do we need to get? We need to first get the ID. So we're just gonna say user dot set Google ID to Google ID, and then user dot set name to name, user dot name, user dot get name. What's going on here? User dot get Google ID. Okay, do we really need to add that? No, we only need the name, the email, the image URL, because we are already ignoring the Google ID. Okay, then user dot set email to user dot get email. Bro, what's going on here? Okay, we are using a different thing. My bad. Okay, and then user dot set dot get image URL. I think the last one is just going to be the role, right? So user dot set role, user dot get role, and that is it. Now lastly, the name role dot get name, I think is the last, right? Role dot get name. User dot get role. What's really going on here? We have user.getName, user.getEmail, oh my god. We don't have to set them manually like that. User.getName, user.getEmail, user.getImage URL, and then user.getRole.name, and then that is that. Damn it. So yes, what else? Now we need to just go and use this inside this is never used. Okay, we need to go ahead and use this inside the controller. Now we can have private final user service as user service, and then we can have public make sure we return this as get mapping. Then we make sure we return profile response GTO as get profile. Let's get profile. Get profile. All right. It's like this. Response entity, we pass in. Is that what I did really? No. Oh my gosh. Response entity, good. And then we pass in the get profile. Make sure it's authenticated principal. The authenticated principal is the auth2 user, which is the auth2. Okay. Extract this. I'm gonna grab this, and then the controller job, we profile is equals to user service dot get profile by Google ID, and that should do it. Okay. I'm in good moods right now, dog. Wait, what's going on here? Controller's job, delegate the business tasks to the service. Okay, and then we just return this. Let's see how we're gonna do that. Get profile, this authentication principal, and then we have auth2 user as auth2 user. Okay, then we just extract the ID string Google ID is equals to auth user dot get name dot get name, and then we can have profile response GTO as response, or what are we calling it here? We're calling it profile. Okay, let's just say profile response GTO as profile is equals to a user service dot get profile by ID, and then pass in the Google ID, which is what we have, and then finally we just return this. Okay, I'm understanding it now. Whoa, this is super nice, dog. So now let's go ahead and try to see. Let's see if we have everything that we need. Let me check the custom auth service. Okay, so this is going to register a new user, and this is going to update the existing user in case we already have that user, and this is going to extract all everything from the logged in user. We have to make sure we get this from Google, and then we extract the attributes like the ID. We also extract the name, the email, and the image, which is the image URL. And for some reason we are not saving this to the database after that. After user, we're supposed to save this to the database, and we are not doing that. User service, we first check if it exists, and else get this, and then finally we can register, say user repository dot save entity, go ahead and save the user, and finally that's it. I think that's all we're gonna need here. All right, let's look at our custom exception handler. I think we have everything that we have here. Global exception handler. So the first one is going to return a bad request. The second one is going to return a user not found. The third one is going to return a conflict in case it exists, which is 409. And the last one is a safety net in case of anything like the internal server error. Alright, that should do it. We have our custom API response DTO. In case of the error, actually, API error response DTO. This is for the profile. These are the user entities. What else are we missing? Okay, we have looking up the user by the Google ID, and it takes a parameter of Google ID. Then the custom, then the user service. So I think by now hey man, how's everything going? Hey, everything is cool, brother. Everything is cool. We started a new project, as you can see, and we are going all in with this project, my brother. The next project after this will be completely, we're going to be using microservices, right? But for now, we're going to keep this a monolith, just as simple as possible. Okay, let's see what else we are missing. What is this? Oh, that's okay, that's okay. Now, in conclusion, it's a major win for maintainability, testability, scalability. Yeah, that's fine. With the user foundation correctly architected in the CSR, which is controller service repository pattern, let's build the core product management API, ensuring we apply the same suppression of concern. No, we are not going to go into the product yet. So we want to test out the front end and see if we can get our users now, right, from our front end. Now, as you can see here, we can log in with Google, as simple as this. As simple as just hitting this endpoint. Now, for some reason, later when we go live, I think we have to add this as our base URL, and then we're going to hit this, right? I don't know how we're gonna do that, but yeah, let's just keep it easy like that. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure I open this stuff, and I create a new. Okay, let me just create a new, let's say we ls cd developer, and also let's see what's inside. We list everything there. Okay, so it means we can create this e-commerce of ours, right, which is called Filthishop. So we don't have it there. Let's just create it. Filthishop, make directory called Filthishop, Filthishop. Okay, let's create Filthishop and Filthishop, and also we just get cd inside that. Let's get it inside Filthishop, just like that, and then we can open here, right? Code. I think we can open it here. How are we gonna open it? I have no idea. If I say code dot, it will open my default, which is code VS Code, which is not what I want, right? I don't want it to open VS Code, so let's close VS Code, and I'm just gonna close this off and go ahead and open it one more time. Open this, and I'm just gonna go inside developer, Filthishop, go ahead and open that. That should be okay. Now we are just going to say burn x create next up. Now I think it's already updated. If I just say at latest, it's already updated. Let's go back first here to Next.js. Next.js. There was some security flaw within Next.js, and this Next.js is going crazy. So let's just upgrade to this. Let's just use this 16.0.7. So we're just gonna say burn x create next up, not at latest but at this version. Okay, we want to create it within here. Everything should be okay. Oh, jeez, a new version of next up is not. You need to update this by running burn. Okay, if a new version is there, let's run it. Okay, that is cool. So finally, let's just say burn dev. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay, we have that running. Let's just go and we're going to give the task of building the entire front end, right, to AI. We're not gonna waste time doing anything. So what I'm gonna do, let's come here and we'll go to ChatGPT. We're gonna build the entire front end with AI. I'm not gonna waste time doing it myself. So okay, now building an entire e-commerce platform for now let's build the public facing products view, user login and sign up with Google. Make it look good and modern. Smooth animations with animations using motion.dev, and also styling and short CN UI, proper light and dark mode, and should be clean and subtle, using next themes and short CN, and also all the dashboards for customers. Do they need dashboards? And admins, and also all the checkout, products pages, listings. What else? Product pages, listings. We're gonna need the checkout flow and also everything else. For now, my Spring Boot has only the user service ready that it can connect with user service ready that can connect with this Google endpoint. Click didn't login to continue with Google. Oh my god, I'm so slow, man. And also continue with Google and also show the user profile via their dashboard that will show their recent purchases and others. Make it look good. I'm using Next.js on the front end. Spring Boot. Okay. Give me a very detailed prompt using this information and make it professional and keep it simple. The dark mode theme should be I think I'm just gonna say orange, right? Black and orange, or orange, I don't know, just keep it professional. With simple colors. Okay, let me see. Okay, let it give me the prompt. Let it give me the detailed prompt. This is how you prompt AI, my dog, if you want something clean, okay? But we want to get a better prompt. Building an e-commerce platform, we should. Yep, you can drop straight into your UI code generator. Yes. We are going to create our entire platform, my dog. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, my dog. No, we don't need to create that and all that. We don't need that. I'm going to update it. We're not gonna need that at all. Yes, this is a detailed prompt. You see that, bro? Very detailed prompt. Stop playing. Admin, this is the admin dashboard. Boys, this is if you guys want to get a job, right? You guys want to get a job, do your things like this. Make sure, for me, I want to get a backend job. I'm not stressed about front end, so I'm cool on that. Oh my god, my battery is low as hell. I need to charge this bitch. My so hot. Okay. Yep. Ooh, this is crazy. Let's go to our AI. Bam. And lastly, we are going to throw our endpoint, right? This is what's happening. If I go back to okay, if I just go back up, see where my front end, I had the front end somewhere here. Okay, yes, this is what you're going to have. The endpoint you should hit on login, and then let's just go back to our Spring Boot. Then we can pass in our custom auth here, how we are saving everything to our database so that it can understand what we need. Okay, that is just an extra source. We have the user service, which is fine, and then we can just pick the profile as well. Let's go and paste this and paste this. Then lastly, we just need to take care of our let's go to our profile controller. So this is the endpoint we have to hit, and finally let's just press this in, and bam, bam, it's gonna handle everything for us, my boy. Stop playing. So it will check everything. This is a large complex request to build It's not for the weak, bro. It's not for the weak. See, exploring the existing architecture. Yep. You know, we're building. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. We're building. Yep. Okay. Yo, Thomas. Thomas was good, my brother. How you doing, man? Let me hope you fine like that. Okay. I'm gonna keep this prompt, and I'm just gonna go to my to see what's happening. Okay, this is fine. Open this again. I need to open this e-commerce store, and okay, we're gonna say detailed front-end prompt. Just keep this as heading. Detailed front-end prompt. Press it here, and press this. It's okay. So we're gonna need, this is an entire prompt, my dog. Crazy. Close this off. Remove this. Let's go back here to anti-gravity. Let's see what's doing. Yeah, I'm great. What about you, brother? Where are you from? I'm from South Sudan. I'm from South Sudan, brother. I'm from South Sudan, man. I'm just chilling over here, bro. Just trying to we're trying to build something great, you know. What's going on here? E-commerce front end. Okay, so now we need a project setup, install the dependencies that we need. Okay, so we have everything that we need. Compatibility, proceed, bro. Don't stress. I've read everything. I don't need to worry. Okay, so the components, we need the buttons, all that stuff. Let it just get everything it needs. Let it get everything that it needs, bro. Yep, accept. Install everything that you need, my brother, in peace. Okay, not in pieces. Types and API layer. Uh, I didn't give it the actual tags that we need, but it's fine though. It's all good. It's all good. AI is doing its thing, right? So as it's doing its thing, we can keep building our application. Like, let's remove this security thing. I'm gonna, let's say, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll probably just stop this server all at once, just like that. So I'm gonna close this off. We have Google Gemini here. So let's go back. Now our front end is done. So with the user function correctly architected, we can now start with the product entity. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. So for today, we are going to just finish with this user profile and the front end and everything. So tomorrow we can just come and start with the product entity. That's what we're going to be doing. As you can see, the timer is going down. We're not going to reach up to there. I'll probably stop at like 3 something. So let me just stop the timer right now even. Cancel. Okay, that should do it. All right. How about the cards? Saddle. Okay. This is beautiful, bro. This is super beautiful. Oh my god. Cause I know, so somebody will take you home. I don't know. Don't talk about it. I've been. Yo, so I think rather than just uh as we're waiting for the AI to continue, like I need to continue creating more components and then update. Okay, it's creating a bunch of stuff. we giving AI some crazy work to do, right? So let it generate what it's doing. I just need to go ahead and close this. Then the next thing we're gonna do is, let me look at the security config. Is it all done? I don't know if the security config is all done, but let's just see here. Is the security config now all done? Let's see. Is it all done? That's a great question, and that says your security config is complete for the initial auto login and the basic authentication, but it's not complete for robust role-based e-commerce applications. As a senior developer, I can confirm your configuration is a perfect starting point, but we need to add a crucial line to integrate your custom user persistent logic and then add the necessary role-based authorization rules. Review and completing the config. Here's the breakdown of what your config is doing and what's missing. Missing link: integrate the custom or to user service. Your current configuration enables Go by uses the default Spring security method to process the user. This means that default behavior creating a temporary happens, but your persistent logic is never executed. We must inject and configure that. Okay, so now we gotta have to add this, and then after that we're gonna have to add user info endpoint as user info dot user service, then we'll pass in that. and that is that. So literally that's all we have to do, I think, before the login, right? Oh god, my neck hurts. That was dead. Alright, so this we're just gonna add it right within the auth tool. Okay, we're gonna have first default okay, alright, so let's just inject this private. We just gonna go ahead and add this custom required argument constructor, so that we can have private final custom auth2 service as custom auth2 service. What are we calling it here? As custom auth2 service. Okay, custom auth2 service. So before this, we're gonna need to add this, which is going to be user info endpoint. Then within the user info endpoint, we're gonna have user info as user info, and then inside that user info, that is where we're going to have dot user service, and make sure we pass in that custom auth service, and basically that's it. If you're in love with somebody, I hope they treat you like I did. This is so much, I'm sorry. This one executes. This is the critical line to execute your processor logic. Okay. Alright. Oh my god. Bro, I'm just happy the way we're getting on point now. Let's go back to this gravity. Anti-gravity. Bro is still thinking, bro. Bro is still applying knowledge, dog. Claude Opus 4.5. Vision effects, maybe I'm sorry, the moment, maybe I'm sorry. Let me update the task boundary to track the progress and then continue creating the context layout. Can we use Zusten for that? Oh, I wanted it to use Zusten. Okay, no problem, it's fine. It created the types, the context, and everything in between. Not bad, not bad. Continue grinding, AI. Don't worry, okay? You're a machine at the end of the day. You'll never get tired. Oh my goodness. Okay. Vision effect says to me, I'm sorry. In the moment that I mention you, I'm okay, so task number 1 is done. Configuring this, it should be done as well. Now the other task, phase 2, is the core components design, which is creating a theme toggle, reusable header, reusable footer, product card component with animations, building the skeleton loaders, and then public pages, homepage with hero, featured products, categories, product listings, page with search and filters, product detail. Bruh, this is crazy. Card page with item management, checkout flow, multi-step, authentication login with Google, auth button, auth client module, auth context hooks for user state, protect route middleware, custom dashboard. Oh god, we have a lot of things to do today, which is interesting. So AI is gonna handle that logic thing. I think tomorrow we can just start with the product page. That's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow in the backend. So for now, the front end should be okay. Accept. I need to continue building the project. Let me continue creating the product listing page, product details, cart checkout, and the auth dashboard section. I should update the task boundary and continue executing. Okay. Do that, my boy. Don't ask me. Instead, you telling me I'm dead, wrong. So it's creating the product listing page. Okay. Yo, what? You've reached a limit for this. You can resume using this module and this. Select another model, bro. Select another model, bro. We have to go for Gemini Pro 3 and continue. We gotta just continue, my dog. We don't have to worry about shit at all. So let's see, Gemini Pro is gonna take it from there. Okay, initial development program. I've made headway with the implementation project done. Okay, this is. Claude was tired, bro. Claude couldn't keep up with it. Claude couldn't keep up. Okay, as it's still I don't know what it's thinking. What are you thinking about? What is Claude thinking about? I mean, what is Gemini thinking about? I don't know. Okay, accept everything, continue from there. So it edited the task. What did it do? Okay, so it finished the public pages, the checkout flow as well. I'm gonna finish this, and okay, accept everything, implementing checkout page. Oh, bro, we going crazy. We're going crazy with AI, dog. It's helping us handle most of the complexity. We don't wanna do that by ourselves. So for that, we can just keep studying something different here. You know, we can keep studying something different. So what are we gonna do? What's this guy talking about?
Hey, what is going on, everyone? Super excited to be bringing you this video. This one,
bro, how is this guy's camera super clean like this, dog? The background is just super professional, bro. Hey, guys, it's almost like this. How do I call this guy? What's the name? Iman Gadzi. It's just almost like Iman Gadzi. This guy looks like like he's about to sell a course. Why are you too clean like this? This guy's about to sell a course. I can't lie to you, bro.
One is going to be a full step-by-step course, a full step-by-step training on exactly how I went from working as a warehouse associate to transitioning into an $80,000 software.
How do you have a clean camera? Which camera is this dude using? Watching the crash consider has become simple for me to understand. From Sky, what's left is consistent. I don't even know whether I should go to university before I go to work from home. Okay, also develop the skill. Nobody's talking about the camera, bro. I don't know why. Broski, your camera is super clean and too good. Coming from your first videos, bro, how do I say, you've gotten so much better, and I am happy for you, dog. Oh my god, Broski, what's your camera, man? What's your camera? Okay, or what's the name of your camera? Let's just say, what's your camera? I'm just gonna keep it like that.
Software engineering job in under 6 months of learning.
Let's check back on our stuff. It's done. Okay, I think it's accept. It's going to run that build and make sure nothing crashes. Okay, it has crashed. I don't know why. Why do we have 20 problems, bro? Wow. Removing the files, whatever. Okay, the build is failing because of this. It's just a simple thing to do. AI, bro, if you stress with this simple thing, I know you're stupid. Just add types and then add import global CSS, whatever. I think it's declare. It's supposed to declare it. Yep, okay, it has probably done that. No, if I go to the layout, right, the app, and then I go to layout, this is okay. It's okay. No, bruh. What are you doing? What is this AI just adding? This is so random. Let's run it. Let's run the build one more time. Let's see if it will fail. Okay, the build has passed. But AI is having a hard time, bro. So this is the walkthrough. I've successfully built a core infrastructure for the e-commerce. Okay, let's see what are the problems here. This could have been written as, should be written as min width W. I mean W32. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's okay. After that, what next? Also here the same thing. Okay, 32. That's fine. This can be written as disable up to here. Let's just copy this. Disable is none. Okay. This can also be written as the same thing I just did. None. Okay. Same applies here. None. Wait, this can be written as, oh my god, what was that? Hold on. Data. Okay, this is fine. You can just write it as this, none, copy, paste it. Okay. Okay. This is 32. So let's give it 32. For height, it can be written as what? As height is like this. Min width. And then height. Data, none. Okay. PX. Also this can be written as PX2. I think it's PX also. Okay. I don't have any problem. Okay, so I think finally we have everything working. Let's go and test it out. Let's go to terminal, clear this, and run dev. Convention, please use proxy instead. Let's go and Okay. Yeah. Middleware is searching the web. This stuff can search the web, bro. This is nuts. This is nuts if it can search the web for you, dog. And you know you make me proud, and you give me those ocean eyes. I'm scared. Yeah, this is fine. It's gonna remove this walkthrough bundle. Yep, it works like a charm. Let's see. We need to fetch the profile from the backend, so we need to run our backend. Enable Lombok annotation. Okay, let's go back and let's run this. What's going on? Using to Google. From Unsplash or if we don't have profile picture, use the initials of the name. Mm. 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 What's going on here? Let's see. Hopefully, it's not gonna trip. Yes, it's not gonna trip. Yeah, everything looks super clean. Okay, let's look at light mode. Oh my god, this is this is this is insanity. Definition of insanity, dog. Like the professionalism involved here is crazy. Oh, God. Hydration. We have some hydration issues. So some attributes server rendered during the client. Probably this happened. Okay. Um, let it solve the errors that it caused. Okay. But the level of professionalism involved, dog, you guys just don't know. Looks I suspect a mismatch in what? Debugging the hydration mismatch. Why does this stuff use Redux UI? I'm thinking about go ahead and use Shotzi, and what the hell are you using Redux UI for, bruh? What else? We still have a problem here. Still have some problem. I'm here yapping with AI, bro. We're going back and forth. Mm. Hmm. I just disable this. AI, bro. I have suppressed it. This is. You don't have to suppress it, bro. Like, god damn it. You didn't have to suppress it. It's all good though. As long as it works for now, it's not our problem. We still have a problem though. Okay, we are not hitting this API. API slash auth. Okay, let's go to API. What's the problem? Inside the library, API auth. What's going on here? Localhost 8080 and getting the current user should be base URL. Let's look inside our .env. Do we really have the .env? No. So we need to create the .env. .env, then go to the entire code base and correct the endpoints that we are exposing to the .env. And let's just go back to our Spring Boot. Let's make sure we have the user service, copy, paste it here. Then we can showcase our endpoints, entity endpoints. User profile here, we are using slash okay, what is the next thing to do? I think we are good now. Okay, I'm currently focused on the endpoint exposure. Prohibited by git ignore. Let me remove .env from git ignore for now. Just gonna remove this. I just remove the .env from git ignore for now. So go and add the necessary envs and before we commit, before I commit to git later, I will add the .env back. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, yes, this is what we want. Very good. Except this. Set this next config for the Google avatars. Okay, that's fine. So that's really fine with me. Then we can now add it back here and then just remove this. Okay, so let's just restart bundle. Our backend is not running. Let's start it over. Okay. Continue with Google. Now we have a couple of issues. We have some hydrations. Can I just change this to Opus Sonnet? Okay. The entire app and remove any hydration issues. And also for the backend, I logged in with Google, but in the dashboard I can't seem to see the image or even the logged in user. And why do we still show sign in button even after user with Google? We need to go back here and just select the entire response. Copy this. This is our entity. Then this is our profile. So what we're returning. The response is not our problem, so that's our entire backend. the cause. I need to go back to my Spring Boot, and let me stop the Spring Boot for now, and we need to go and correct this profile thing where we can have origin, cross origin, then we can have origins. I think allowed origins, right? Origins, HTTP, localhost 3000. This is what should be returned. Okay. Anti-gravity. Bruh. The .env stopped this. Why is this stuff just using deprecated stuff? Yo, if I knew what's good, just check it in. I'm good. I don't know why we have some issue here, bro. Is it presenting cookie? No problem, bro. I'm even about to go off right now. I want to head to the market, to the bank actually. I want to go pick something from it. So I'm just gonna finish off with this. Oh man. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Signing in again. Shit, the button and your image. Okay, bro. Why are we having this unnecessary? I don't know why, bro. This Gemini should be really should be the one that is up to date because it's from Google. There's no waters at all, my brother. There's no waters at all. Let me see. Wow. I want to finish building projects so that I can start applying for jobs and preparing for lead code and stuff. I mean, doing lead code and preparing for jobs. This January. That's why you see I'm not really having that much going on. I just want to finish up real quick. Runtime logs and successful web, but a Node.js deprecation warning. Okay, deprecation coming from dependency and is safe to ignore. Quick ignite. The server has moved to this via the proxy and does the sign button. No, bro, the deprecation thing is not. It's not okay, bro. Let's take it out. Let's try to log in. Let's log in with Google. Go to profile. The image is not showing, so we still have some problems here. I failed to fetch user profile. I don't know why. Ah man, I'm getting tired now. I swear I'm getting tired. I gotta go now. God, this is unnecessary complex stuff. I'll just finish up the rest, man, tomorrow. So let's just quit this. And what's going on here? Let me make sure the dot get ignored there. I'll just finish the rest tomorrow, my boys. So git add everything. Now let's go ahead and oh my goodness. Let's open GitHub for a sec. Bro, how did I miss yesterday, bro? I don't know how I missed yesterday, dog. I don't know how I missed yesterday. Alright, let's say this is going to be Filthishop. Filthishop. Spread. Then we're gonna grab this entire thing. Yeah. Let's say added Google Earth. Made those changes. Okay, we are done. We shall just continue with the rest tomorrow. Let's just refresh this. Google Earth. Okay. Yep. So yeah, I'm out of here, my boys. I am physically able. Peace, man. See you guys tomorrow.